Daphne here with my zebra shirt on. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today, except that I know it'll be about travel. And considering that I'm wearing a zebra shirt, I think I'll start off in Africa. Africa is one of my favorite destinations anywhere in the world. There is something that has captured my imagination about Africa, and I have absolutely loved every single trip there. It is a wonderfully magical experience for me. From South Africa safaris, through Botswana, up to East Africa, Kenya and Tanzania. Very different, but all magical. One of the things that was a highlight for me in Africa was when we visited Tanzania, and we got the enormous treat of witnessing the Great Migration. This is a migration of over 1 million animals that occurs consistently in a circle between Kenya and Tanzania. This migration has been going on for centuries, and it is an amazing sight to behold. Absolutely no question about that. So there we are sitting on the Tanzania side of the Mara River, watching this huge amount of animals, a huge amount of wildebeest, zebras, everything else on the other side of the river. So they were all lined up, ready to cross, but we had no idea when that would happen. So we waited and we waited and we waited. And finally, one brave wildebeest takes a flying leap into the Mara River. And all the animals follow him, mostly wildebeest, but they all follow him. And I might add, they swim very fast across the river because the Mara River is crocodile infested, and wildebeest are crocodiles' very favorite meal. Fortunately for us, our vehicle, just by pure luck, was right at the spot where the wildebeest came up on the land in Tanzania. So I got lots of wonderful pictures, which I will share with you in a future post that just concentrates on the Great Migration. But it's a wonder. Everybody should have a chance to see it. You just won't believe your eyes. It's just magical. I'm saying everything's magical, but I guess to me it was. Okay, so from Africa, we're going to travel very far away, halfway around the world, to Bhutan. When I say that I went to Bhutan, everybody says to me, where in the world is Bhutan? And I say it is a beautiful country, tucked in the Himalayas, next to China, Nepal, and India. How I love Bhutan. The people were wonderful. I loved all the different places we saw, the spectacular scenery. And I was also fascinated by how beautifully dressed everybody was, including the poorer people. We'd see them walking along the road in these beautiful skirts called kiras. The school children, too, were dressed to the nines. I just loved the native dress of Bhutan. While in Bhutan, we visited its capital, which is called Thimphu. Now, mind you, in Thimphu, there's something very, very unusual in a major city, and that is there is not a single traffic light. Can you believe that? Not one. But believe it or not, it's not all that chaotic. They seem to have a rhythm to the traffic because it flows through the city. But I thought that was a very interesting fact. No traffic lights. Okay, another place that was very, very different and a completely new experience for me was when I visited the Bhutan post office in Thimphu. I put on the Bhutanese kira skirt and a silk top like they wear with the kiras. And the next thing I knew, I was standing in front of a camera having my picture taken. Very shortly thereafter, out came a whole bunch of stamps with my picture on them. That was unusual, especially unusual because those were real stamps. So I wrote a whole bunch of postcards home to my family and friend with my picture on the stamp. They couldn't believe their eyes when these postcards showed up. And my husband thought this has to be a fluke of the international mail system to have a postcard arrive with his wife's picture on it. But everybody got a kick out of it. And that is something very unusual. I've never come across that in any other country. The other thing about Thimphu, right outside, is the incredible monastery high up on a cliff overlooking Thimphu, called Tiger's Nest, a 16th century monastery. I have no idea how they could have built that up so high and on the side of a cliff. That was an amazing experience, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So if you ever get a chance to go to Bhutan, even though you may never have heard of it, I highly recommend this beautiful country whose national motto is gross national happiness, not gross national product. So if you get a chance, by all means, consider a trip to Bhutan. Okay, from Bhutan, we're going to go to Italy. I love Italy. I love Tuscany. The wines in Tuscany are just too delicious to even describe. So many ancient sites. A couple of years ago, I took my granddaughter to Venice, and we had the time of our life there. Oh, gosh, how I love trips with my grandchildren. They are so much fun. And, of course, my little Lily loved Italy. We also went to Florence and to Rome and did all the touristy things. I'm pretty sure one of her favorite spots was Cinque Terre, that place with all the colorful houses that make you feel like you're walking through a rainbow. So Italy is another special place on my list. I wish I could list all of them here, but unfortunately, there's not enough time to do that. But I will bring you more and more of my adventures in the future. Before signing off, I would like to tell you about my very special statistic, which is that I have been to 45 countries in my lifetime, and every one of them has been a different and unusual and amazing experience. And I hope to add a great many more to that list before my time is up, because traveling the world is one of the most unbelievably gratifying experiences that any human being can have in their lifetime. And I am so grateful for each and every place I have had the privilege to experience and to travel to. So until next time, start planning your trip. Remember, the only thing you're going to regret is the trips you don't take.